Hello there. Hello, dearies. Hello. And if you're an entrepreneur, if you're an aspiring entrepreneur, or if you're interested in knowing, getting more information on entrepreneurship, stop whatever you are doing. Stop it and join us. Hello again. Hope your week have been going well. Our entrepreneurship series 101, entrepreneurship 101 series continues. And my name is Sarah. Thanks for joining us. If you just joined us, welcome. If you have been following us, you will know that this program is brought to you by the Moving Women Empowerment Network, and we are doing it in partnership with the Young Women Entrepreneurs Tanzania. And I have an important information for you because this program is streamed live on Facebook. You can also send us stars on Facebook to support our work. We are also streaming live on YouTube and on LinkedIn. So you can share this program to your loved ones and to people that you believe, people that you know this program will impact their lives or will help them to grow. Now, businesses are first set up to make profits, but however, one of the hardest parts of setting up a business is to get customers. How do I get customers or clients, as we call them, depending on whether you're selling products or you're offering services? And where can I market my business or my products or my services? So every entrepreneur wants their business to grow. And that is why today we have chosen the topic how marketing, how to use marketing, how to leverage marketing to grow your business, to get more clients, to get more sales, as you would like to call it. And we have two wonderful women, two great women who are themselves entrepreneurs, who are coming to share with us best tips, best practices, tips on how to go about doing your marketing. If you already have a business, I would like you to listen, to follow us, to share, and you might learn a thing or two from what we're going to discuss today. So these are two wonderful women, as I said, and I would first like to introduce to you Munira Mafta Ndosi. I will not say anything about her yet. I would like to have her introduce herself to us. Hello, Munira. Welcome to the show. We're not hearing you.
Oh, okay. I'm really sorry.
Okay, welcome again.
Uh, yeah, hello, Dr. Sarah. So, hi everyone. Basically, my name's Munira Maftandosi. I'm an advocate by profession, but at the same time, I'm a managing director of a confectionery company that is known as Mommy's Confectionery Company.
Very good. We're going to get there how an advocate became an entrepreneur. We're going to ask you that question when we continue this discussion. But I would first like to thank you very much for taking your time to come and share with us your experiences in marketing and your experiences as an entrepreneur and probably a little bit as an advocate. So the next person will be Dr. Jessica. If you've been following us, you will know that she is the constant here. She is always with us and she has been contributing greatly for the success of this series. Dr. Jessica, please introduce yourself for people that have not been following us and also to refresh the minds of those who have been with us before but would like to know about you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Sarah. Hi, everyone. If you've been following the Entrepreneurship 101, then you definitely know me. But if you're new here, my name is Dr. Jessica Mhojan Kwabi. I am the CEO of Com Group of Companies, but I'm also a business and education consultant, and I'm the chairperson of Young Women Entrepreneurs.
Thank you very much for introducing yourself. And you will hear more from her as we go along. I just always find it very interesting to get a little bit of a background before we actually go into the topic on how Munira got into entrepreneurship as an advocate. How did you get that you got to fund a company?
So basically, passion, I could say passion, because what I'm dealing with is something that I love doing, or anything that I get myself into is something that I love doing it. That's why I'm into it. Even and also looking to the fact that I'm coming from a family that is business oriented.
Mhm.
So they pushed me into professionalism and doing advocate and whatnot. But I came back and turned out into being a business personnel as well.
Yeah.
So I started little by little. I started with baking before growing bigger and bigger.
So were
So
you can you bake too, or was it something that you were doing just as a passion?
I still bake. I bake breads, but per orders.
Hmm.
But I turned my passion into income, like because
Okay.
I love baking naturally. So I
Mhm.
started baking as I was studying and selling breads to my fellow students and stuff like that.
And now you are doing biscuits and you're doing bread, you're doing sweets. That's what
Yes,
your company does.
yes,
You manufacture confectionery goods.
yes. So I do three things in the confectionery industry. I
Mhm.
import, I manufacture, and I distribute.
Ah, okay. So what do you manufacture?
So for now, I'm manufacturing breads only,
Okay.
but I'm looking forward into biscuits. But
Hmm.
in importation, I'm importing biscuits, and
Hmm.
I distribute both breads and biscuits within Tanzania, and
Hmm.
looking forward to exporting in East African communities, East African countries, SADC countries, that way.
Okay, interesting. Let's hear what Dr. Jessica has to say because for those people who are joining us for the first time or who will be watching this for the first time, we would like to know a little bit about what you do in Coms Group.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Sarah. So at Com Group, we deal with agro processing. We process oil from sunflower as well as cotton seeds. But we are also in the industrial manufacturing sector, where we manufacture pipes, steel items, aluminium roofing sheets, and we also have other smaller businesses, a bakery, restaurant, a supermarket, and a pharmacy. But I will be soon venturing into the food processing industry in a larger scale,
Okay.
beverage manufacturing, yes, bread manufacturing,
So
yes.
if you are living in Tanzania, that's you have to check these companies out. We are doing a little bit of an advert. We are talking today about marketing. So let's us start by marketing your company. So if you're in Tanzania, you look out for Coms Group and you also look out for Mami's Confectionery in Dar es Salaam, right? That's where your companies are.
My company is in Kahama, but
Kahama.
we have branches in various regions of
In
Tanzania.
various regions. That's for Coms Group. And for Munira, your company, Mami's Confectionery, is in Dar es Salaam.
In Dar es Salaam, indeed.
Yeah, very good. So we will plunge in right now. If you're just joining us, this is the Entrepreneurship 101 series that is brought to you by the Moving Women Empowerment Network in partnership with the Young Women Entrepreneurs from Tanzania. And today we are doing another topic. We've been going through different topics on entrepreneurship, how to start a business, how to grow your business. And today we are doing how to use marketing to attract more customers. So now we want to start from the bottom. What is marketing? Because in this age, in this day, a lot of people are talking about marketing, marketing, marketing. But it's good for us to know first, what is marketing, Dr. Jessica?
Okay. Marketing involves it's a process of getting your products or your brand known to various people. Now, it has various components such as advertising, being able to retain your customers, understanding their needs, understanding their preferences, being able to meet their various requirements. All of that is marketing. And most often, and because I also talk to various entrepreneurs, and most of my friends are also entrepreneurs, when you ask them what is marketing, they think it's something that is expensive. When you talk to them, for instance, me being from a family business, when I also talk to those who have been before me, they also have a different view of marketing. Um, Whereas one can look at marketing as an investment for you to attract and get that customer, but as well as to retain them. So it involves your brand identity. How do you want to be remembered in the market? What should customers, how should customers differentiate you from your competitors? All of that is marketing. So it does not stop just from you selling the product, but after you've sold the product, how do you retain the customer to come back for you to retain that market share?
Yeah. So you have to keep promoting yourself. You have to
Yes.
present yourself properly. You have to ensure that you retain your customer base, and that is marketing. So it entails a lot when it comes to um, what it is, if we want to define it. And there are various kinds of marketing, right? Like in terms of promotion of goods and services, there are
Sure.
different kinds of ways one can market their products or services, right?
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah, can you tell us some of these? Maybe so that we just get some background before we just go into your experiences in this line.
Okay. So there are various ways on how one can market their product or services. So one way of doing it is direct marketing, where you market directly to your customers, or email marketing. You send your customers your
Mhm.
products, this kind of services you do. Nowadays, the most popular one is social media marketing, where
Mhm.
people use various tools, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, to
Mhm.
reach various customers across the globe. But in marketing as well, some people also use influencers to market their products or services. Most people nowadays use content marketing, where they educate the customer on why the service is important, why the product is important, how it can help them, and they follow up with customers. So we also have relationship marketing. As I said, when you sell your product, it does not just end there by you selling your product or you offering the service, but making sure that you maintain that relationship with the customer. So you would find that some companies send out their representatives throughout various countries to meet customers, to understand their needs, to market various new products to them, to visit
Mhm.
them, to know how they're getting along with either the product or the services that have been offered.
Okay.
Uh, yes, some companies also partner with other companies, let's say in the similar kind of business, in order to attract more customers or to offer two different products which complement each other. Now, this could either be a sugar company partnering up with either a coffee or tea company, or this could be a beverage manufacturing company partnering up with an agro company to access raw materials. Yes. So
Okay.
those are the various methods of marketing or ways of marketing.
Yeah, so there are various ways and approaches to marketing. It would depend on certain things. Let me ask Munira, so that you are an advocate and then you became an entrepreneur. What is your experience in this area of marketing when you started your business? How was it like for you when you started your marketing up to get more customers, or to get to customers, or to introduce your products to the customers?
So basically, before I rushed into the marketing area, I had to know what I want to deal with and how can I go about it. So
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of on ground movements, on ground researching, meaning like hopping from one store to the other
Uh-huh.
in terms of, because we have an area in Tanzania, in Dar es Salaam, a place called Kitumbini that deals with confectionery goods only. So it was upon myself to do my due diligence on how, if I'm to bring about this product, if I'm to import this product, or if I'm to distribute maybe breads, how can I go about it, and the pricing and everything, before I also start conducting my own marketing methods.
Okay. And then you moved on to start to implement your marketing
Yes, after doing
strategies.
my research, that's when I was like, okay, fine. If I bring the product, here is how I'm going to go about it. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G because I have already understood my audience.
Yeah.
I've already, it was just upon me to be creative with my product, the packaging, and
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you mentioned some of the things that I would also like to ask Dr. Jessica, because as we have been seeing throughout this series, most of the steps that entrepreneurs take to build businesses, one of the basic ingredients or basic um, requirements is having to understand what you're doing and who you would like to give those products to, or who you would like to get to buy your product. So, in that case, research is an important aspect when one is starting a marketing venture. What other aspects, or what, when you are putting together your approach, what are the other aspects that one should um, take into consideration?
Mm.
Dr.
Well,
Jessica.
thank you, Dr. Sarah. So after researching, obviously you would have now data based on what you've researched on. Maybe what could be important is what to highlight when you're researching. So this could be your target market. Where do you want to offer your products? Where do you want to offer your services? That's one. The price of your product. And this is where most entrepreneurs get it wrong, thinking, okay, maybe com charges this particular amount, I can
Mhm.
also charge the same. But if you are not careful to calculate your own expenses, that's how you get into the market and you're unable to compete. So by doing your research, you should be able to understand your own budget and be able to know whether you'll get a profit out of it or a loss out of it in terms of pricing your product. And really, whom are you targeting? Because again, it again boils down to your research. There are various customers. There are premium customers. There are normal customers. So how are you gonna price the product for your for your how are you gonna price your product and your services for
Okay.
these various customers? Yes. So those are the important elements to look at. And another element is how long are you going to market your product? How is your marketing strategy? Is it a 3-month strategy? Is it a 1 year long strategy? So again, as you're starting your business plan, this should be included, but it can change from time to time depending on how you're developing further and how your business is growing. So you should, again, keep going back and checking where you are at. What's your investment? Like I said before, most people think that marketing is an expense, whereas if you are to do it properly, it becomes a revenue for you. It adds more customers to you. It makes your business grow. And these are the important elements that an entrepreneur has to focus on:
Okay.
preparing an adequate budget for it, yes, and
Yeah,
knowing
because
your customers and being able to price your product or your services correctly to
yeah,
be able to compete. Yeah.
it's good
Um,
that you. So yeah, you wanted to add something, Munira?
yes, I wanted to add up on something with what Dr. Jessica said.
Uh,
Also, we should learn on how to use our products, because if you're going to market something, you have to be able to stand up and say, you know what, this product is the best because of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, with confidence. You see, I've tasted lots of biscuits out there. I've tasted lots of breads out there. I'm not only dealing in confectionery, I'm also dealing with network marketing, because I'm also selling health and wellness supplements. So I have to use the product before I start marketing it out there, saying, oh, use this or buy this, because someone will look at you and say, like, why this while this biscuit is sold at 500 shillings and this biscuit is sold at 500 shillings? What makes it special? You understand? That's when you're going to be like, oh, because this tastes this way, this is this flavor, that's this flavor,
mhm.
and da, 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 that way.
So you have to get your value proposition ready when people ask, why should I not eat crackers biscuits or something, and
Yeah,
why should I get your own biscuit? And
yeah,
one interesting issue is most young entrepreneurs, marketing is one of the least, well, I my experiences with some entrepreneurs already is that marketing, they see marketing as one of the secondary elements in their business. Like marketing is one of the aspects of the business that sometimes they do not budget or actually look at. Maybe it's later that we get to go to that aspect where we say, oh, we have to market the product. So some people think about producing the product or getting the product, but then marketing, they sometimes think it's not worth to spend some money on it. And Dr. Jessica just mentioned that your budget, it's important. How early should someone actually plan when you're starting a business? How early should you start planning on your marketing strategy? Dr. Jessica?
As you're starting your business, as you're in the process of writing your business plan, you are better off including this in your business plan so that you do not get any shock along the way. Now, in the beginning, it might not be that extensive, but as you grow, customers need to be reminded of your brand, need to be reminded of your product, your service. And I've mentioned here various ways on how you can reach different customers. So um, all of this has to be factored in your business plan, and you can add to it as you go along the way. So it's important because what customers look at is also what is it that you're offering that is different from your competitors. For instance, if we have the same product, I manufacture aluminum roofing sheets. There are many manufacturers of aluminum roofing sheets, but how do I differentiate myself in the market? Why should customers come to me? Why should customers keep buying my product?
So
for
so
the next 5 years. Yeah.
So as you're starting your business, you should also add your marketing strategy and plan, and you should start working on it right from the get go. And how long? Because some people will say, "Well, I people already know my business, so why do I need to market it?" I mean, everywhere you go, you're hearing about Coms Group
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Tanzania. So
Yeah.
I don't need to market it anymore. But then there are those big corporates, conglomerates or corporate institutions that they keep marketing, and
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
wonder why they are doing marketing and they are doing advertisements all the time. But for young entrepreneurs, they say, why do I care? Why should they care? Or why should an entrepreneur care to market their products and or to keep working on their marketing? um,
Okay.
Munira.
Thank
Also, you want to say something? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I was just gonna answer it briefly and then pass it on to Munira.
Yeah.
So the likes of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, KFC, why are they still marketing or advertising their products? This is because they want more customers. They want to more market share. Remember, you're not the only company. So, for instance, if I sit and say, okay, Com Group is already big, but there are other players in the market. There are other new entrants in the market. How do I retain my market share? How do I retain my customers? How do I remind my customers?
Okay.
So that's why even the likes of the big companies, we've grown with those brands, 20 years back, but they're still marketing even today.
And they
It's
are still
because they
at
want to, yes, it's because they want to retain, but also, you know, offer various ways on their product, offer various ways on how to introduce their product in the market to various customers. So as days goes on, let's say before, for instance, for Coca-Cola, before there was, consumers were not health conscious. Nowadays consumers are health conscious, so they came up with a product, you know the likes of no sugar,
zero.
carbonated, yeah, zero sugar carbonated drinks. But
Yeah.
if they had stuck on the old notion that we're already popular in the market, then they would have lost
Yeah.
the consumers who are health conscious to other new players in the market here, or
Yeah.
even other bigger players who would have thought of the idea.
Yeah. And
Um,
Munira, you want to add something? I
so,
see you're shaking your head.
yeah, to add up on Dr. Basically, Dr. Jessica said perfectly well. Just
Mm.
to add up, you know how human psychology is very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still we're adults, but we're kids at heart. Why am I saying so? It's because when we keep on hearing something repeatedly, it sticks with us in our minds. You understand?
Mhm.
I like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, KFC, McDonald's, Pizza Hut, whatnot. They keep on marketing it because they want us to engage with them 24/7. You
Mhm.
understand? They want to help us make that buying decision.
Mhm.
So this is me going to a shopkeeper. I swear I wanted to buy a Red Bull, but once I get there, I'm like, you know what? Can I get Coca-Cola, a cold Coca-Cola? Why? Because they constantly engage us. You understand?
Yeah.
That's where people get confused with marketing.
Yeah.
Marketing, we're supposed to be doing it constantly 24/7 because we are humans. Our psychology is very funny. We
Mhm.
get to relate to something that we normally hear or see it every now and then. That's why you
Mhm.
find people like Pepsi using artists like Cardi B. Why? Why don't they come and fetch me here in Tanzania and I can help them market?
Yeah.
No,
Why not? They're hearing. Let them hear.
I hope so. But I'm just saying they'll go for such people because they know those people are constantly out there.
Yeah.
So they want to engage us with them so as they can so that we can they're trying to help us
Mhm.
make a decision before we know it.
Yeah. So
That's
we
how
already
smart.
know.
Exactly. You go there. I swear you're saying, I'm going to get a Red Bull. You get to the shop, you're like, can I get that cold Coca-Cola? Just because you've been hearing Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Every now and
The
then Coca-Cola.
advertisements and others.
Yes.
Yeah, you see the billboards, you see it everywhere. So that's all the different kinds. They're using all the different kinds of marketing channels to get to their prospective customers or the already customers that already know their brand. And
Yeah.
in terms of for young people who are starting their business, a lot of now social media has presented new ways of marketing and um, like some businesses or some young entrepreneurs, they don't really have a lot of funds to go into, that kind of a uh, big marketing, using big marketing strategies that will reach the people that they want to, but they have social media. How important is social media for young entrepreneurs? Dr. Jessica?
Thank you, Dr. Sarah. Well, social media is quite critical nowadays for not only young entrepreneurs, but also the matured entrepreneurs, I would say,
Mhm.
because everything is happening online. People are selling online. In some places, you don't even need to go to the office. You can sell from wherever you are,
Mhm.
be it at home, in the restaurant. So social media is quite helpful. And as you said, not everybody has that extensive budget, but through social media, they are able to reach various people across various countries
Yeah.
and to be able to grow their business. Yes, there are various platforms for advertising, marketing. As I mentioned earlier, Instagram is the most popular one, but TikTok nowadays is coming up. We still have Facebook, people advertising on Facebook. We still have LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's quite important for young people. Like social media has really helped young people as well as other entrepreneurs to reach more people with a
Globally,
limited
and also
budget. Yeah, on a low budget.
to
Yeah.
the global space.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Munira?
Basically, to add up on what Dr. Jess just said, the importance of social media. You know, now technology is advancing. Not advancing, it has advanced already.
Mhm.
So everyone is prone into having to learn, or I mean, not only to learn, but also to use technology.
Mhm.
Everyone is on their media now. So with that said, you find youngsters engaging in social media because everyone is there.
Mhm.
There is easy accessibility due to the technology advancement.
Yeah. And because now more than ever, it's also very important because when we started, Dr. just mentioned that marketing has to do with the entire your presentation. Um, how do you present your business to other people? So there are some people that say, I don't really need professionals to do it. What would you say about this aspect of marketing? Should every entrepreneur try as much to engage professionals, or should they first start with having doing it by themselves? What do you think?
I think it depends really on the type of product, the type of service, where you are at. If you're starting, it's not really necessary. And to engage any professional, you can do it yourself. Like we said before, through your research, because you know your product, you know your service. What are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to portray to your customers? So you could get some tips and start on your own, but it also depends on how fast you want to grow, how well you want to reach your target customers. That's where you bring in a professional to help you. Maybe with things if like posters, maybe you need to reach a certain audience, posters, or you are in touch with a certain company and you both need to merge together and advertise something, that's where you need professional help. So it depends on the type of product, the type of service, or rather the type of event that you're trying to get your audience to, engage with you.
Do you already have like a marketing team from your company that you work with?
Yeah, we have a marketing team. Yeah.
Yeah. Munira, probably one would say
Um,
biscuits, bread, everybody needs it every day. And
so
what's
basically,
your
I just
experience with
yeah,
marketing your products?
I want before I explain on the experience of marketing my product.
Uh,
So with marketing, like what Dr. just said, it depends basically with what you're doing,
yeah.
what product you wanna give out, what service you wanna give out. I'm going to speak about two examples that I believe in my country. These two people are very famous. So we have Bahresa and we have Modeuj. Bahresa is the one who has Azam products.
Mhm.
Azam flour, Azam biscuits, Azam everything, Azam football, and yada yada yada. But we don't know him. We don't know him at all. We just know the products.
Okay.
But we have Modeuj. You see, Modeuj has everything as well. Juices, biscuits as well. He's trying to get into flour and blah blah blah. But he came to the field making us connect with him first, then the products. You understand?
Yeah, yeah.
So again, to what Dr. Jessica said, it basically depends first with who you are, how do you want to go about it?
Hmm.
You understand? Because we have two different people. One used himself, I as Munira Ndosi, you
Hmm.
know me, I'm doing this,
Hmm.
support, blah, blah, blah. Then the entire world comes supporting you just like that. Then we
Okay.
have another type of person, we don't know him at all. We just
Hmm.
know the products,
The brand.
the
Hmm.
brand. You
Okay.
understand?
So one person personalized his brand by building his personal brand and then
Yes,
connecting it to the
the business.
business. And then
Yes,
another one says, no, I want to be in the background and
yes,
I want to market the product. And it's the product
exactly.
and it's the business that people should know.
Yes,
Okay. So that these are two different approaches.
yes. And so coming back to my experience with marketing my products, first of all, I feel like I didn't have to struggle that much because I already did my due diligence on the research. I already had my business plan. I already know what the market needs and what the market wants. And
Mhm.
I already know where to get this particular product at what price. And I already did my costing.
Mhm.
So it was easy once I brought the products to the market. I had already made very beautiful packaging that humans will get attracted. We see, we smell, we taste. Those are the first thing. So if someone sees my biscuits, they're like, "Oh, nice packaging. Okay, can we open? Oh, chocolate, strawberry. It smells nice. Can I taste it that way?" So that is how I went about it, like seeing, smelling, then testing, and also doing my research and yeah, preparing my business plan and all that. That's why it wasn't a hassle at all.
Yeah. So you because the next question I wanted to ask was the challenges that some people faced. Did you have any challenge that you had when you started to market your products? Or
Challenge.
no, you just, cruised in?
No, no. So basically, I'm going to be very, very honest. Challenges to market my product, it was not that hard at all. However, I faced challenges in something different, which is not marketing.
Okay.
So maybe if we have such talk, then we'll share it in a different talk. But in
Okay.
terms of marketing, I didn't face any challenge because everything was to what the market needs. I did my due diligence, I did my research and everything. Now I'm running shortage of goods and it's on high demand. So
Yeah.
that's how good it is.
So that tells us, we all want to eat something at
Yes.
at every point.
And it's
Every
food.
morning I have to have my bread.
And it's
And
food and
so,
it's affordable and it's cheap. And
yeah.
people like something they can afford. People like something they can use on a daily basis. If
Mhm.
you're going to give someone something that they can buy it for €1 and eat it and it's well tested,
Yeah.
it's something that is affordable, it's chemically tested, it's approved. Why not? So it
Yeah.
won't be
Sure.
debatable. Unlike if I give someone something for like €100, I'll be like, do I need it now? No, I don't. When do I need it? That way. But yeah,
Yeah. And see, Dr. Just laughing there and enjoying this discussion. I know that because probably Munira is, she has done her own diligence to her products. She's done her research. She understands her market. She knows how to target them, and she has put down the strategy on how to get them. But then there are some challenges that some people would encounter in their entrepreneurship journey. Some people do encounter challenges when it comes to marketing their products. What are the possible pitfalls, Dr. Jess?
Well, not being able to connect with the audience and not being able to, reach the target customer. That's the number one challenge. Now, this could be because maybe the focus was not right,
Hmm.
or maybe portraying a certain product to certain people who do not need it, or your competitors are already showing the same product. You're unable to differentiate yourself, so it becomes difficult uh, for people to buy your product, to know your product. And another challenge is also the branding aspect of it. Some people, that's where they also need help in how should the customer remember your brand. How is it different from your competitors? That's another challenge that entrepreneurs face when they are trying to gain a market share. And another way is really this is the toughest, convincing. There are those customers. For instance, for us in our company, we have customers who have been with us for 15 years. Now it's hard for competitors. People have come, have gone, but these customers have stayed. So that's another challenge. How do you get these customers who are loyal to a certain brand to come
Building
and buy your
loyalty.
product? Yes. How different are you? What are you offering that Com is not offering? So that's one aspect of it. But if you are able to really tap into the pain points of these customers, or you are able to spot the weakness of your competitors, that's where you can really make marketing a success and get yourself a market share,
Mhm.
yes,
It's
in the
not, it's
larger
not
market.
it's nice that you also mention loyalty, how
Yeah.
to build loyalty base, because that's also very important. There are customers that come and go, but there are
Mhm.
customers that stay. And before you mentioned premium customers
Mhm.
and ordinary customers. I
Mhm.
was really keen to know what's the difference, or how can one differentiate between them? Is it according to the quantity of goods that they purchase, or is it because they've been there and they are very loyal and they've stayed?
So
Or
again, it depends on the product. For instance, for us in bread, we have white bread, we have brown bread, we have milk bread. Now, if you differentiate, the prices for milk bread are high. Why? Because it's considered a premium. You've added something extra to it. So
Mhm,
this is for the premium customers. The normal customers would normally come for white bread.
mhm,
Brown bread again is different. Why? This is for customers who are health conscious, and
mhm.
again, it's priced differently. So
Okay.
it depends. And other customers are schools, but other customers are hotels, restaurants. So again, it depends there.
Okay.
Yes, in terms of your quality, in terms of your pricing, in terms of your quantity as well. If it's for mass production, then yeah, it goes on a certain price. But if it's just for a small share in the markets, because as you have different products, let's say your product portfolio, there are certain customers for it. So premium customers, basic customers, average customers. So you should really be able to differentiate, and all of those make a share of what you're trying to bring to the customers or what you're trying to offer. The same way goes for services. So you would find that in the service, in the consulting space, for instance, because I'm also into the research and education sector, so you would find out that maybe a student approaches you or maybe an institution approaches you. So depending on the type of service they require, how many days they require, how fast do they require the service. So that's how you differentiate from standard service, premium services. Yes, depending on the quality timelines. Yeah. So
So
those are some of the things, aspect to look at when you're differentiating premium and basic customers.
yeah, so each business would have their own criteria of how they
Yes.
differentiate
Yeah.
who is a premium customer
Yeah.
or client and who is
Yeah.
just an ordinary customer client. So there are
Hmm. Hmm.
different requirements to that based
Yeah.
on
And
what you're looking at.
yes,
Mhm.
and for some of them, for instance, in the service sector, so somebody who has a longer experience would be more expensive
Mhm.
than somebody who is just entering. So that's another way how companies differentiate their customers. What type of service are you looking at?
Okay.
Yeah.
And you mentioned already getting the market share and targeting a market. One question I think because when people are marketing products, you mentioned
Mhm.
different channels. Well, social
Mhm.
media is one big platform now when it comes to marketing your product. Should we target everyone? Like now, your business is in Tanzania,
Mhm.
and you would like to advertise or to market to get in touch with new clients. Should one target everyone, or should one target only those people that they believe will are prospective clients or customers?
I would say depends on, again, your goal. What do you want to achieve? If you are speaking realistically, then you should target the customers that you want, the prospects, lead customers that would bring in revenue to your company. But it also depends. There is another way of looking at it. So you might reach a wider audience, and this might get you more people who you weren't even looking for in the first
Mhm.
place. Yeah. So it depends on your goals and what you're trying to achieve at that particular moment,
Yeah.
and your budget, of course.
Yeah.
Mm.
Munira?
To add up on, so basically, if I understood, it's like if you want to grow more, apart from maybe Tanzania and going across.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, for what, like if you remember what I said earlier, the first thing you have to be on the field, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you're dealing with a certain product. I'm dealing with
Mm-hmm.
biscuits. So this is how I go about it. I'm now looking forward into expanding into EAC, SADC countries, AFTCA countries, like Kenya, Burundi, Rwanda, Uganda, South Sudan, Somali, Ethiopia, all those countries.
Are you not calling West Africa?
Ah, I was going to get
Sierra
there.
Leone,
As long I have Togo, Freetown,
Freetown, Nigeria.
Nigeria, Ghana,
No, go on.
Cameroon.
Because they will shout. You know them.
I understand. So how I'm going about with these people, Burkina Faso, Chad, and Benin, and all that. First
Mm-hmm.
of all, if I want to expand up to those area, I'm looking what does my government tell me with my product.
Ah,
You
okay.
understand? What does my government tell me with my product before I start marketing it? Because if I go and market it in other African countries. I don't even know how taxes are. I don't even know the laws. Then that will be a dead end business.
Yeah.
You understand? But once I know that my government is supportive, that means if I'm exporting, I'm not paying anything. The person receiving is paying 5%. If I do the math, 5%, is this person going to be able to make profit? Yes. So, okay, this person is going to be able to make profit. This person is in Nigeria. Okay, in Nigeria, do I have to go to Lekki? In Lekki, what part in Lekki do they deal with confectionaries?
Yeah.
You understand? You have to be very specific. You have to go there on the field, walk around, see other products,
Mhm.
compare your pricing and their pricing if it gets there, get numbers. Then from there onwards, that's how you can expand to other areas. You
Okay.
understand? And we can start marketing, but you cannot say kwamba, you cannot, I'm sorry, you cannot say that by marketing, I just market it broadly. That's
Yeah.
going to be a lie. You have to be very specific. You have to go to the targeted areas. You have to compare their pricing. Because if I'm to export it to that particular country, is that person going to make profit or a loss? No one wants to do a business that is not profitable.
Yeah.
So once
Absolutely.
the math, once and numbers don't lie. Once if the numbers are right, then you go forward with it.
Yeah.
That's an
Once the
easy way.
numbers are right, and no one, I like that. No one starts a business or no one establishes a business, and they want, okay, everyone, let me rephrase it. Everyone that starts a business is starting a business to make profit. And how important, because we are getting to wind down and we've spoken about your experiences and you've given us various approaches to marketing, what marketing is, but how really important it is for entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, old entrepreneurs. When I say young entrepreneurs, I'm not talking in terms of age. I'm talking in terms of those people who are just starting. You can start entrepreneurship at 80. Why not? If you still have the strength to go about and do it. And how important can you say is marketing for them as we round up? Munira?
Very important because there is products everywhere. You want to sell, show us what you're selling, convince us, bring it to the table. Understand? Coca-Cola is still marketing themselves. Pepsi, KFC, who are you, Munir? Who are you? So it's very vital for everyone to market what they want to showcase and what they want to sell. Otherwise, if you don't want to make sales, then it's fine. Put it in your room, cover it up, wipe it up once in a while so that it doesn't get dusty. Then, yeah.
Yeah, so it's very, very, very important. And if we look at the big brands, the global brands, they are role models to watch. And when we look at how they've kept their themselves in the limelight, I would say that for years and years and years is still ongoing, and they are still marketing and they're still using various channels to get their brands out there. Dr. Jess, what would
Well,
you say how important it is?
to wrap it out, I'll just say if you're looking for business sustainability, then it's critical to keep
Mhm.
marketing your product, to keep marketing your service. This is to remind your customers of what you're offering and how you're solving their pain point.
Yeah, this is an important aspect. And probably before we wrap up, is there any other advice you would like to give to other entrepreneurs, some that are saying or encouragement? I like to say this because sometimes some people are there and they're all alone. They're probably they're struggling. They really are passionate about what they do, but they feel like sometimes that nobody is encouraging them and they feel like quitting because probably the marketing aspect of their business is not working. Maybe they've done all they can to set up a business. They've registered, they've found products, they've tried them, they've done some research, and they think that it's still something is just not right and the marketing is not working the way they want. What would you say to that kind of person, Munira, first?
So basically, if you've done everything and you see it's not working, stop it. Like, because you cannot be meeting a dead end each time. You understand? But if you're doing everything and it's working, however, it's exhausting, you understand, and you're getting drained and you're getting negativity, but it's working, you've got to clap hands for yourself before someone else claps hands for you. You know your why you're starting that business. You know the reason why you started it. No one else does, so there is no quitting. You have to keep on going. There is nothing easy. There is no any business that is easy that you're going to start this, stop this, jump into this. No, you have to be resilient and keep on pushing. However, now those people shouldn't quote me that if you know you're meeting dead ends and this business is not working, I'm not telling you to keep on struggling there and you know it's not working. If it's not working, cut ties and move on. Do a proper research, do a proper business plan, do your market research, consult people out there. And the beauty is now everyone is ready to help people. You understand? Like Dr. Jessica has established a young women entrepreneurs in Tanzania. Why? Because she wants to help people. Now you're stuck there, nothing is moving, you don't want to consult people, you don't want to check up on people. How are you going to grow? It's going to be very difficult. Everything is everywhere right now. It's easy, you can access them. But again, conclusively, if it's not working, don't force it, leave it. If it's working and you're getting exhausted and you're getting negativity and blah, 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 sweetheart, keep going, clap hands for yourself before someone else does.
That's a good one. Keep clapping for yourself. I like that.
Yeah.
Before someone else does, like the lizard that falls from the tree. And no one sees it, but it says, yes, I've done something. um, Dr. Jazz, what would you say before we go?
Well, before we wrap it out, first I would say, really, you're not alone. Every entrepreneur goes through these challenges, and it's always good to reach out. It is also always good to reflect what is not really working. Have I really done my best? And it's okay, like, to reassess yourself and reposition yourself. Perhaps maybe it could be the wrong approach that you took to reach to your customer or the service you're offering. Then reassess what is not working, learn from those mistakes. And nowadays, information is accessible everywhere. Look at blueprints, entrepreneurs who have done it before. How have they overcome the challenges that you're facing? And really, you have to be able to, understand yourself. Why are you doing a particular thing? What was the reason for you starting that business? Because you intended to solve a certain problem, or you intended to address a certain gap in the market. But if this approach did not work, what other approach can work to address the same problem that you were
Yeah.
trying to look at in the beginning? Yeah. So
So,
it's good to reflect, reassess yourself, and you know find information, talk to people, and
okay.
be able to really continue with your journey.
Okay, that's what the doctor just says. Go back to the drawing board, reassess yourself, put your strategy together again, and then boom, you come back big. Thank you so very much, ladies, for this wonderful session. if you have been following us, or if you have joined us, or wherever you are, this has been the program, that is Entrepreneurship 101 series, where we discuss and give tips on various topics on entrepreneurships, and we share tips that helps young entrepreneurs, that helps entrepreneurs in their journey to grow their businesses. And this program is brought to you by the Moving Women Empowerment Network in partnership with the Young Women Entrepreneurs in Tanzania. And today we have been speaking on the topic leveraging marketing to attract more customers. So we've spoken about what marketing is, the different kinds of marketing, and how to overcome challenges in marketing, and how important it is for our businesses. If you did not get, if you did not, if you are not with us from the start, you can get this program on all our platforms, on our YouTube channel. So go and subscribe, and also follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, and on LinkedIn. And today we have had two wonderful guests, Monira Mafta Ndosi. She is the founder and managing director of Mami's Confectionery Company, a company that imports and manufactures confectionery goods such as biscuits, bread, and sweets in Tanzania. And she is an advocate, not also an advocate, an arbitrator with an LLB degree from Brunel University in London, and she is a current enrolled master student in business and managerial economics, the Monash University, Melbourne, Australia. Munira is also a founding member of Young Women Entrepreneurs. And we have the wonderful Dr. Jessica Mojankwabi, who is also an entrepreneur. She's always with us on this program, and she is a business and education consultant, the CEO of Com's Group of Companies, and the director of Com Food Products. And she serves as the chairperson of Young Women Entrepreneurs in Tanzania. She has won several awards, including Manufacturing Founder of the Year Africa in 2021. She holds a doctorate in business administration. From wherever you've been joining us, it's now time for us to wrap up. And we would like to say thank you very much for listening, for following, for sharing our programs. And also don't forget to send us stars on our videos on Facebook to support our work. We will greatly appreciate you. And many thanks to the team and Manager Femi from Initiative for the support we are having for this program. And if you would like to sponsor us, or if you would like your business if you would like to advertise your business through this program, you can get onto us through our email address on our website, www.movingwomenempowermentnetwork.com. And you can also subscribe to our online magazine, www.moving-woman.com. Till next time, when we sit again to speak about another topic on entrepreneurship and how to support your entrepreneurship journey, I have been your host, and my name is Sarah. Have a good day from wherever you are. Bye bye.
Bye.